Hope you're having a great holiday season, everyone. I'm Bobby Broyles, along with Rob Washburn here for CA Hoops Weekly, powered by Under Armour. The non-conference portion of the season is coming to a close, and Rob, with the new year approaching, that only means one thing. Conference action is about to begin.
Yeah, coaches always use the non-conference portion of the schedule to establish a style, figure out the best playing combinations and substitution patterns, and test themselves against a variety of competition. However, results are important too, especially come March when resumes for postseason play are presented. Now, the league's 10 teams combined to post a winning record against a challenging slate, and the conference is ranked just outside of the top 10 in the latest RPI. What that means to me is we're in for close, hard-fought games in CA Hoops, and I'm not expecting to see one team just dominate the league. Now, one early stat that does jump out is CA teams have won better than 80% of their home games over the first 2 months. We always talk about how tough it can be to win on the road in this league, and this year it can be especially difficult to steal a few victories on opposing courts.
Well, before we turn to the new year, the first slate of CA play in men's basketball games is upon us. Let's take a look at a few Saturday matchups, and right out of the gate, the top 2 teams in the preseason poll will square off as College of Charleston welcomes Towson on CA.TV at 4 o'clock.
Yeah, what a way to start the schedule. Towson's been the story of the CAA over the first 2 months, getting off the best start in program history and receiving votes in the Associated Press Top 25 poll.
Yep.
The Tigers have been getting it done, as they always do under Pat Scarry, leading the league and ranking among the top 20 in the nation in every defensive statistical category, while also dominating the glass. Now, what makes this year's group different, though, is the improvement offensively, as they're near the top of the league in field goal percentage and three-point shooting. Towson's extremely deep with a 9-man rotation that's led by sophomore standout Zane Martin and a strong senior class that includes All-CA performer Mike Morcell. Now, Charleston was a unanimous pick to win the CAA this season, and they've been solid thus far, despite missing one of the league's best players in junior Jarrell Brantley, who finally saw his first action last week versus South Carolina State. Preseason Player of the Year Joe Chile has lived up to the hype, ranking among the CAA's best in scoring and assists, and Grant Riller has been solid as well, highlighted by a career-high 31-point outing last week. The Cougars can also guard, ranking right behind the Tigers, all those defensive categories, so points at this one could be a premium.
Also at 4 o'clock on CA.TV, it'll be an exciting matchup with a lot of firepower as William & Mary and Hofstra will go at it in Kaplan Arena.
Yeah, we go from talking about the top 2 defensive teams in the CAA to talking about 2 of the top offensive squads in the league. William & Mary head coach Tony Shaver said that this is the best shooting team he's ever had, and the numbers bear that out, as the tribe's among the top 10 in the nation in field goal, free throw, and three-point shooting, and has topped the 100-point mark 4 times. Sophomore Nathan Knight has developed into one of the top inside players in the conference, and he's surrounded by shooters led by senior Connor Birchfield and Boston College transfer Matt Milan. Hofstra has plenty of backcourt weapons as well, starting with the league's leading scorer in junior Justin Wright Foreman and sophomore standout Eli Pemberton. The Pride also has its own force in the middle with senior Rokas Gutiz, who recently went over the 1,000 rebound mark for his career. Now, Hofstra's been extremely good in tight games, with 4 of its first 7 wins coming by 3 points or less. These 2 teams have a history of down-to-the-wire games, and we could see another one to start the year.
Now, as we flip the calendar to 2018, on Tuesday, January the 2nd, we'll begin with our first CA basketball game of the week on College Sports Live as 2 in-state rivals collide as JMU hosts William & Mary at 7 o'clock.
Yeah, bragging rights are always on the line when these 2 longtime rivals meet, and they'll see each other twice in a 9-day span. Now, we've already talked about William & Mary and some of the familiar names who are contributing to their high-octane offense, but there's not a bigger unknown in the conference than JMU, with 11 new guys on the roster. The Duke started slowly and dropped some close games as they learned to play together, but this group is starting to hit its stride. Toledo transfer guard Stuckey Mosley is one of the CAA's leading scorers and has shown the ability to get points in bunches with a variety of shots in the lane and beyond the three-point arc. The Dukes have a talented group of freshmen led by Darius Banks and Matt Lewis, and JUCO transfer DeVell Phillips has posted multiple double-doubles. It's going to be interesting to see how JMU reacts to the start of conference play.
Also at 7 o'clock on CA.TV, Towson wraps up their Southern road swing with a trip to Elon.
Yeah, another big early season matchup between teams picked to finish near the top of the standings. We've mentioned how Towson's depth and experience has led to their fantastic start, but Elon has nearly all of its top players back from a year ago. Point guard Danon Swoop has taken his game to another level from an offensive standpoint, and forwards Tyler Sebring and Brian Dawkins are tough matchups because of their ability to score from the perimeter at 6'9". Phoenix are averaging 10 three-pointers per game, and I'll be curious to see whether they're able to maintain their up-tempo, free-flowing offense against that tough Tigers defense. It's the final season at Alumni Gym, and Elon didn't lose there during the non-conference schedule. 2 big road tests for Towson right out of the gate.
Yes, indeed. And we wrap up with Northeastern playing host to Hofstra on CA.TV.
Yeah, after a tough start against a challenging schedule, Northeastern got on a roll big time, knocking off Ivy League preseason favorite Harvard, Patriot League favorite Bucknell, and America East favorite Vermont in a 2-week span.
Wow.
The Huskies have their deepest team in many years with 9 guys seeing significant playing time, and it's a group that seems to have meshed well together. Transfer guard Vasi Pushika is among the CA leaders in scoring and assists, and Donnell Gresham is also averaging double digits in points after battling injuries for the past couple of years. We talked earlier about how well Hofstra has played to this point, so this sets up to be a really good matchup between 2 teams that look like CA title contenders.
Now here's a look at the rest of the upcoming action around CA men's basketball.
The month of March is not for the weak. If you want to get to the big dance, the road starts here. Every practice, every game leads to this moment. Win or go home. The CAA tournament is coming to Charleston March 3rd through 6th. 10 teams, 1 goal, to be crowned champion. Go to CAAsports.com for more information.
CAsports.com will have all the information you need regarding links to live stats, video, and audio coverage. Also, fans, you can watch all of the CA.TV action on several devices such as Roku, Amazon Fire, Apple TV, and Android TV by downloading the CA.TV app that is available now.
You can also continue to follow the league on Facebook and Instagram by searching CAA Sports. We're also on Twitter at CA Basketball using the hashtag CAA Hoops.
That is it from us today. From all of us here at the CAA, have a safe and happy new year. Enjoy the start of league play.